Evening viewers, welcome to News Night on Top TV. I'm Ashamuya. Thank you for joining us. It's Saturday 30th of May 2026. We begin with Major General Wilberforce Serunkuma, the commander of the 3rd Infantry Division and chairperson of the Board of Governors, on behalf of the Chief of Defense Forces, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba. He has commissioned a new theory classroom block at Rubongi Army Secondary School in Tororo District.
I'm greatly honored before you.
Speaking at a ceremony of commissioning a new 3 classroom block at Rubongi Army SS, Major General Wilberforce Serunkuma said the new facility is an investment in future of learners and the surrounding community.
To commission this new block of 3 classrooms. I appreciate all of you for coming to attend this very important function.
He expressed gratitude to UPDF Joint Staff for Formal Education, Sports and Culture, Brigadier General Richard Karemire, for collecting 100 million towards the construction project despite many competing demands.
Allocated the funds to another school. It is therefore time to applaud him. We are unafraid to you. I urge the head teacher to take care of the buildings and to put it into a good use.
Serunkuma further commends Uganda People's Defense Forces engineers and the supervising team for successfully delivering the project. Major General Serunkuma praises the local community for maintaining peace and security, thus encouraging them for continued cooperation in supporting the growth of the school.
Continue with the same spirit of cooperation. Together we shall do a lot for this school.
Major General Serunkuma further called upon parents, teachers and students to protect and maintain the new facility while encouraging students to remain disciplined and focused on their studies. Brigadier General Richard says the construction of this facility would not have been possible without the support of General Muhoozi Kainerugaba.
Been possible without the support of our UPDF Chief of Defense Forces, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, who has emphasized uplifting the welfare of our soldiers and their families to the extent that he has even committed his personal allowances to support education.
He also congratulated the former Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs, Right Honorable Jacobo Mason Oboth being elected the Speaker of the 12th Parliament. The head teacher of Rubongi Army Secondary School, Major Zaina Lukenge, promises to improve the quality of teaching and that will inspire learners to work hard.
Commitment towards improving education and creating a better learning environment to our learners. The project was started with the aim of addressing challenges of limited classroom space, improving the quality of teaching, and inspire learners to work harder for academic excellence.
She appreciated Brigadier General Karemire for being a visionary leader who keeps following up the school's performance and the Board of Governors for steering the project.
Joint Staff is a visionary leader. She does not sit in office, but keeps moving within these schools practically to find out what is happening, what are the achievements, and what are the challenges.
The event was attended by UPDF officers, local leaders, parents, teachers, and students. The additional classrooms would help reduce congestion, improve the teaching and learning environment, and promote better academic performance among students.
Victors we shall be.
Ahead on Newsnight, Ugandans have been asked to offer what they can through Rotary so that they can reach out to those in need, since they always interact with them. The request is made by the District Governor of Rotary Kampala, Geoffrey Chitakule. Rotary Club in Buwatechira in Chadondo County has installed their first ever chapter president. Christopher Ian Kayondo is the gifted one to lead Buwate County Rotary Club, and to assure him with serving the community is the given number of instruments. Farida Namotebi, the president of Rotary Club in Kampala South, spearheaded the installing of Christopher Kayondo, urging him to welcome the other community.
My name is Farida Namotebi, the president of the Rotary Club of Kampala South, another club to the Rotary Club of Buwate that has been chartered tonight. It's one of the key milestones as the Rotary Club of Kampala South, and we've delivered our baby as one of the key pillars in the Rotary Action Plan to expand our reach. As I represent the Rotary Club of Kampala South, the message was to Mother Club: work as a team, please stand strong, and make sure you serve above self, to make sure that you run impactful projects, collaborate with other clubs to ensure that you deliver on the impactful projects, and stand on the values of Rotary as they serve above self.
Ian Christopher Kayondo says he will do what it takes to make sure that this branch grows like other which are in the place.
Rotary Club of Buwate, it is a pleasure seeing you all this evening. This is a new club. We were recently chartered on the 18th February 2026. We are barely 4 months old, and we were chartered as 26 members, but by end of June we will be close to 40 members. This is a new club, and it encompasses the values of Buwate as a club, and one of the virtues of a Rotarian is high ethical standards. We give service, which we call service above self. Looking at the 7 focus areas, we focus on maternal and childhood, we focus on community empowerment.
The District Governor 9213 of Rotary Kampala, Godfrey Chitakule, has called upon people to give what they have to help the needy.
But he needs to lead the volunteers, diligence, and also make sure that he uses the skills, professional skills, for us to make an impact. I'd like to also encourage more people within the Buwate community to come and join us, because we need more hands on the job. And through the projects that we do that impact the community, we shall confirm to people that Rotary helps, Rotary, yeah. I'd like to also encourage more people within the Buwate community to come and join us, because we need more hands on the job. And through the projects.
Moving forward tonight, schools which are used to demand exorbitant charges have been cautioned to stop the act because it puts parents on unnecessary pressure. This was put across by the Executive Director of Uganda National Examination Board during a media briefing in Kampala. The Executive Director of Uganda National Examination Board, Daniel Odong, has openly stated that the government-aided schools are not expected to ask for any coin for registration from their candidates, since Government of Uganda clears it.
We are announcing the extension of registration period from 31st of May, the normal registration from 31st of May to 30th of June. And this applies to all schools, whether they are old or the new schools.
Odong says that the act of government paying for registration charges applies to those in primary 7, senior 4 and senior 6.
The government will continue to pay fees for those candidates that are on the universal education program. So we would like to warn school heads that this is an extremely important exercise and must be given all the due care that they require.
He has clarified that all primary 7 candidates in private schools must pay 34,000. The UCE in private schools, those are the senior 4, should not be asked more than 164,000, while those in senior 6 should pay 186,000.
The UPE for primary, all schools that are under UPE will have their fees paid by government. USE for UCE, those will also have their fees paid by government. And the UPOLET for USCE. The others will pay, and the fees have not been changed, and I would like to announce the fees. For primary living examination, the fee remains 34,000 per candidate. For the Uganda Certificate of Education, the fee remains at 164,000. And for USCE, the fees remains at 186,000.
Odong further warned all the school managers against asking for extra and unrealistic funds to register candidates, saying once landed on will face replication.
We are aware that there are some fees that are being charged illegally but are being called UNEB fees. According to the UNEB Act, Cap 259, Section 33, it is an offense to charge fees that have not been prescribed by UNEB. So heads of centers, school directors are cautioned against calling other administrative charges that they levy, calling them Uganda National Examinations fees, Examinations Board fees. Because if there is a complaint and this matter goes to court and a person is convicted, the offense is a fine not exceeding 40 million shillings or 2,000 currency points, or a term of imprisonment not exceeding 10 years or both. That's the maximum.
You're still on Newsnight. Let's take a very short break. We will be right back.
Kulikeyo mu Samuel Trinidad wabula teranga Top TV gojimanyi poteka jolo quite properties tukuletedde aketabu kakuswako ABSSBN Studios story eno najibanyumiza ate lunti yetagojekanya emyaka mingi amaze okwekanya obutemu bwatuswa ku mukwano gwabwe Luisa abo mukwano bana okuli Alice, Mel, Erika ne Bath basi biso omuntu omukyamu nti yatemula mukwano gwabwe wabula kyebatamanya nti ng'emyaka giyiseewo mingi omuntu yajja kwate kuba akomewo agende maaso n'okuwolera kafirimu kajjudde entiisa kalimu omukwano kalimu ebyokuyiga bingi nnyo kamala ke kafirimu kootasaana kusuubwa mu vijje jumpers bakayita What Lies Beneath bannange temukasubwa buli muzannyo wakabi mwali buli muzannyo gwali omanyiko mwali muno mulimu Jano Salvador mulimu Charlie Dizoni mulimu Sula Mirez mulimu Kaira Estrada mulimu muzanyi gw'omanyi naye nga tukasiba ku Top TV mu VJ Jumper saa mwendeza akawungezi mande paka Lwakutaano tugenda kekanya gambye ke kaseera omusajja ave yagende maaso n'okuzukusa amazima game kusike kiwatagenda maaso na kutunuulira kalindire ku Top TV mu VJ Jumpers bakayita What Lies Beneath twakabagamba era tukalesi kabaka je kwesa uyo.
Tired of the limits? Tired of slow connections? It's time to break free. Introducing BCC Net from Blue Crane Communications. Choose the package that fits your life. BCC Lite, 20 Mbps. BCC Pro, 50 Mbps. Or BCC Extreme, 100 Mbps. For every need, every moment, learning, conferencing, gaming, and so much more. Switch to BCC Net today. Fast, reliable, and true unlimited internet. Blue Crane Communications is regulated by Uganda Communications Commission.
Muzadde yenna weetaaga okuwa omwana wo omusijja omulungi mu byenjigiriza kati kankwanjulire Life Primary School Seeta Bajjo lino ly'essomero lyokka gy'ogenda okutwala omwana wo omuto afune ebyenjigiriza nga bya mulembe. Essomero lino lyakakasibwa Ministry ey'ebyenjigiriza n'ebyemizannyo liri mu kifo kigazi bulungi, lirina computer lab, ekisaawe ky'ebyemizannyo, omugunjulo ebitone by'abaana. Bw'otuleetera omwana wo obeera n'obukakafu abaana bayita bulungi ebigezo, bagunjula bulungi mu mpisa ne mu ddeeni, ebisulo byabwe bya mulembe ddala ate nga balabirirwa bulungi. Life Primary School lisangibwa Seeta Bajjo kilomita 1.5 okuva ku Jinja Kampala Highway, okyamira ku Kigunga Trading Center. Okwewandiisa kugenda maaso ku ssomero wennyini. Okumanya ebisingawo kuba ku nnamba za simu zino 0768 59 57 12 oba 0743 35 55 25. Life Primary School Seeta Bajjo, Future Transformers.
Dear parent, let me introduce to you an exceptional school that will impact your child tremendously. Code High School Seeta Bajjo, Kampala. When you bring your child to Code High School, they won't only excel in academics but will also acquire life skills training in catering, hairdressing, tailoring, driving and mechanics, computer skills, language lessons in Swahili and French, and more. Registration is in progress at Code High School campus or Makere Kavli office. For more information, call us on 0773 295 900. Code High School Seeta Bajjo, Kampala. Building leaders now. Top TV. Enjoy.
Welcome back from that very short break. Still ahead on Newsnight, the Secretary General of the National Organization of Trade Unions, NOTU, Richard Bigirwa, has appealed to the President of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, to consider appointing a representative from the workers' fraternity to the current government.
Workers have largely been left out of key government appointments, while other groups, including the Uganda People's Defence Forces, UPDF, and elders, have been adequately represented. It's upon this that the Secretary General of the National Organization of Trade Unions, Richard Bigirwa, emphasizes the need for workers to have a voice in decision-making areas like Parliament. Bigirwa said this during a meeting intended to review and validate the draft coordination and fair recruitment guidelines and frameworks.
We need to have federation represented. Chair, you represent, not SG has stepped out a bit, but we have the chair. So chair will also represent. Then we shall have the competent authority. I like it what I call the competent authority. Government. Yes. So we shall have Rita. Then we shall have Milta, Guerra. Please, let's step forward.
Highlighted the importance of the framework in protecting migrant workers and safeguarding their rights. He further called upon government to provide support, noting that the framework cannot be effectively implemented without government involvement.
Of activating these strategies so that we can streamline the sector. And in that regard, I can authoritatively tell you that my board members have assured me that they will support this process once we have validated these frameworks, so that working together we are able to streamline and have a sector that is working for the population, not against the population.
If you launch a call center and you don't publicize it, you have been problems. And I've been disturbing her every time. Tell me, how much has the call center received? Of course, she keeps dodging, but eventually she gives the information. And I know that the call center is working. And
speaking on behalf of the ministry, Labour Officer Rita Nakode reaffirmed government's commitment to supporting the framework, describing it as an important step towards safeguarding the rights, welfare and dignity of Ugandan migrant workers.
Remember the launch of the Workers' Call Center, which is ongoing, and still implore you, our General Secretaries and other members, to pass on information about this MRC so that you can ensure that workers have information on about the exit or the whole process of migration.
Several representatives from the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development, the Uganda Association of External Recruitment Agencies, and the National Organization of Trade Unions were in attendance. The Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development has officially validated Migrant Workers Protection Framework, jointly developed by the National Organization of Trade Unions and the Uganda Association of Internal Recruitment.
Topping on our broadcast tonight, leaders in Rukunjiri have announced a crackdown operation against people accused of blocking drainage channels, encroaching on roads and operating businesses in unauthorized places.
The 5-day operation is announced to the community of Rukunjiri districts to remove all the kiosks which were built on drainages. Vastin Kengezi says that authorities have previously warned residents to be cautious, but the problem continued to worsen.
Implementing a trade order, itwaho tukabanza twahereza abantu time kugira ngo betegure ibintu byabo babihemu kandi nigesiga ngo about 70% y'abantu abitwabigambire ngo bihemu ibintu byabo babishenye.
Some people have reportedly kept constructing buildings and adding temporary structures in prohibited areas. Some members of the public have criticized the demolition exercise, saying that instead of fighting poor sanitation and disorder, authorities are targeting poor people.
shaha bariyo batusenyagura ngo tutorenka habanyarwanda emyaka turiro mtu azarwo business problem tubisaho mwakuga school fees tonke shatu twine naho kutandikira abantu umwe muto buyambe government kumwe mutubasa muturondere myanya tebekine kumure zumwa yitwa ba parish model esetezo mujiro kumwatuganyiramo.
Patrick Kamugisha says the operation could push youth back into criminal activities, especially those who had started small businesses.
Same committee, physical planning committee, right from a title, plan are approved by the physical planning committee.
And that's all for today on News Night with me, Ashamuya. Thank you for choosing Top TV and please have a blessed night.
kuva ku musajja nazaala yategesa dde ennyumba yagifunye dda yagipangisiza n'agamba agenda teeka ssente mu mukolo.
Kodi batia nga bwe twakusuubiza nti Top TV ekutuusaako akazannyo kinna-Uganda kazannyo ku kazannyo ate nga kali ku original nate era tusumuludde anti bannakatemba beegattira mu kibiina kya Lion Queen nga bali wamu ne best of the best films bakutuusaako akazannyo akapya mugole nga kano kagenda tambulira ku mulamwa enkwe.
Ombuuza mama tata wange akubogoya ng'ayagala
obutali bumativu effujjo ejjoogo omukwano okusonyiwagana omugezigezi fitina n'ebirala bingi wano wokka ku Top Television.